What would you say is the biggest misconception outside of the MAD community about the movement?
I think there's a big misconception around the biomedical model and the psychological model. I think a lot of people come back to me and say, but medication works for me, or medication works for my sister who has bipolar. And I remind people that the MAD movement's actually not anti the medical model, it's not anti the psychological model, because we're biological creatures, we're psychological creatures. We do need those determinants, and we need to see the holistic nature of the whole human experience in terms of assessing it and then treating it or intervening in it. The problem is all the power, 95% of the power is in the biopsychiatric or biopsychological model, because of the profit, because of the profit determinants that I talked about before. So I think I would just say that the MAD movement is probably critical. It has a critical perspective on the medical model and on the psychological model in them being kind of self-perpetuating systems and economies. So I would just say to people that, addressing that misconception is that the MAD movement is embracing of all disciplines of knowledge, as long as madness is at the centre of it, as long as people with lived and living experience are at the centre of it, and as long as we're having a critical discourse, not an apolitical discourse, as long as we are living, breathing human beings, we always will have politics to our experiences of oppression and privilege. And that really it's just about supporting a social justice perspective and human rights perspective